Steph Curry, LeBron James both have 4 titles. They are both top 10, top 12 players of all time. Clearly, LeBron James is more like top 3, top 2, but Steph Curry is now solidifying himself in the top 10. They got a lot to gain in this series. So the question then, Joy, who in the world has more to gain in this series, Steph Curry or LeBron James?
I think it's LeBron. Think back to the beginning of this season. Think back to the end of last season for the Lakers. Think about the fact that the Lakers fans weren't able to celebrate that championship that they won in 2020 because it was in the bubble.
Good point.
To have a Western Conference Finals with the Lakers here in LA with LeBron, this is his legacy era. We can all admit that. Like, he's won the championship in LA, but he's building himself up into a whole other universe when it comes to entertainment and his name value and what he's establishing here in Los Angeles. To take down the defending champs after the way things ended last year, after almost the entire season for the Lakers this year, would be a whole different chapter of what LeBron has done in LA. And I think it would change a bit of the story of how successful he's been in LA, because they have had such highs to such lows. So to take down Steph Curry and the Warriors, the defending champs, would be quite the spectacle here in Los Angeles.
You're onto something. If I'm not mistaken, LeBron James has only won 1 playoff series in front of fans in L.A. Because to Joy's point, in 2020, that was in the bubble.
Correct.
Like the Lakers fans have only been able to celebrate with LeBron James 1 series in reality, because it wasn't during the bubble. I would disagree. I would say Steph. The reason I think Steph has more to gain is this reason. If Steph beats LeBron James, there will be kids currently ages 18 and younger who do not know of LeBron James' dominance. There will be kids 18 and younger who only remember Steph Curry winning in 15, Steph Curry winning in 17, winning in 18, winning in 22, beating LeBron in 23. And they would remember LeBron coming back from down 3-1. They would have missed LeBron's era of beating the Celtics. They would have missed the Heat era. They would only remember what has happened recently. And what has happened recently is Steph Curry quite literally on the court as it pertains to win and losses, owning LeBron James. He's currently up 15-7. If they win this series, call it in 6, Steph Curry would be up 19-9 in his playoff heads-to-heads versus LeBron James. So I think Steph actually has more to gain, because a conversation we would have thought would be the most stupid conversation ever, Steph Curry better than LeBron James, you would have to listen. You'd have to listen. You wouldn't have to agree, people at home. But if Steph Curry wins this series and somebody were to come up to you and say, hey, you know what, Shady? I think Steph is better than LeBron. You couldn't just do this no more. You'd have to be like, why? And that, to me, is what is at stake here. That's what Steph Curry has to gain. Talk to me, Tupac.
That sounds so crazy, but I like it. I like it. And I'm right with you. I think if Steph Curry can beat LeBron James, the storyline behind that would be so big. I mean, in my opinion, I feel like Steph Curry is a top 10 player of all time. He beats LeBron James, right?
Fight you.
The scoring champ of all time. And a head-to-head with no super teams, no max teams, no Kevin Durant, no this, no that. And he beats him. He has the same type of output he did in a series with the Kings, and he has the same one against the Lakers. Oh, yeah, Steph Curry's in that top 5. Then you really hear the real argument. Is it Steph Curry? Is it Magic Johnson? I'm always about the narrative. I'm always about the storyline. And I feel like if he beats LeBron James in this series with this team, and he's carrying them again, defending champs, please don't forget that. Defending champs, you got to put Steph Curry in the top 5 best player of all time, for sure. So he's fighting for legacy.
You know, I like the fact that you guys all brought your A game into the B block with me. Appreciate it. And I'm going to go Steph Curry. But, Joy, you make a very compelling argument. This is the distinction.
I usually do.
Also true. The distinction is that if this were you said beating Steph Curry and the defending champions, if we still looked at them as the defending champions right now, then I would be with you. But as they have been constituted, we're looking at 2 teams that are compromised. We're looking at 2 teams that have great players leading teams that have just not been that good this year. That's why they have the seeds that they are. So I see them in very similar circumstances. They're both trying to drag these teams that aren't that good anymore further than you would expect them to go because of how they played in the regular season. So because of that, we've seen LeBron James do this before. We've seen LeBron James take compromised teams and do way more than we expected, taking them to the finals repeatedly in the Eastern Conference. When you looked around and you look at the talent around them, you go, how are they doing this? What's LeBron James? I don't know how many times we've done that with Steph Curry. And we certainly haven't done that with Steph Curry playing LeBron James at the same game. So it really becomes, for the first time, and it is crazy to think about those two being on the same level, right? But the idea, look, LeBron can't leap Steph Curry, even though they're the defending champions, by winning the series. To your point, Steph Curry winning this series at least opens the conversation that he could possibly leap LeBron.
Why do you eye roll, Joy? Why do you eye roll?
Y'all not gonna do this. Listen, I love Steph Curry.
We just did it. I just did it.
It's a blessing to be able to watch him play basketball.
Absolutely.
We are not going to have Steph Curry better than Michael Jordan conversations. No one's entertaining that conversation. Not one.
No, not Jordan.
I didn't say that.
Not Jordan.
Okay.
Not Jordan.
But we do that all the time with LeBron. Because LeBron is the greatest player of this generation. Now, I don't know who these babies are you're talking about that didn't watch LeBron be great, right? But they are very, very young. And quite frankly, they don't know enough yet for us to consider their opinions to be reality. Okay, y'all don't know. LeBron James and Michael Jordan have whole debates for entire shows about who is better. We're not having that conversation about Steph Curry. We're not doing it. We are still debating if Steph Curry has passed Magic Johnson.
True.
And we don't debate if Magic Johnson is better than Michael Jordan. So everyone, relax. That's not going to happen if they win this series. It will be important for their legacy. I agree. I'm very excited about this matchup. But we don't need to get hysterical. I'm not about to be the one who's the voice of reason here. Steph Curry, this is not just going to erase what LeBron James is if they lose this series. And I rebuke that, Ric Bucher. I rebuke it. That is not true. This is the defending champion Warriors. They have 10 players still on the roster. Steve Kerr is still there from the title last year. This isn't a compromised team. They had a rougher year than we thought they would. That is Steph Curry. That is Klay Thompson. That is Draymond Green. They have 4 championships together. Y'all need to relax. You're not going to do it. Don't do it. Don't do it.
I know you're going to let her do you like that. Yo, I know you're going to let her do you like that.
You're not turning this.
If you need help, call me, but I know you're going to do you like that.
Just
That's crazy.
hobbling here. They're just lucky to be here.
Yo, it couldn't be me. It couldn't be me, Slick.
Oh, my God. They're going to be sweating. It's too hot in here.
You better hold it down, Slick. You better hold yourself down.
The black leather is impressive. I got to tell you, you lived up to the outfit.
It's doing a lot. Y'all doing too much.
You said we can't put Steph Curry ahead of Magic Johnson.
No,
I was on this show yesterday when you put Steph Curry ahead of Magic Johnson.
I said,
so what are we doing?
I didn't say that. I said we're just now. And we still felt a little uncomfortable even doing it.
I don't.
Talking about, okay, Shady didn't. That's true. Shady was ready. Shady's ready.
Shady never feels uncomfortable about anything. Come on.
At all. We're just now introducing the conversation about Magic and Steph Curry. You're ready to put Steph Curry in the conversation of better than Michael Jordan?
Let me. No. Whoa.
No.
But I would say LeBron James stands, not LeBron, but LeBron James stands, of which I would consider myself to be one of the greatest, would have to be weary if Steph Curry beats LeBron again, and thus gives him the opportunity to have 5 championships while LeBron is stationed at 4. If that happens, Joy, LeBron James fans would be ignorant to think that is not a conversation that would come up. Real quickly, Shady, because until Jordan got to 6, Jordan wasn't standing alone. When Jordan got to 6 titles, that's when we were like, oh, Jordan stands alone. Kobe got 5, yeah, but it ain't 6. LeBron got 4, yeah, but it ain't 6. But LeBron's been a 10 champion, yeah, but he only got 4 chips. It ain't 6. But if Steph beats LeBron and gives him the opportunity to get to 5 while LeBron was playing, a LeBron stan would be both ignorant and naive to think it is not a worthwhile conversation.
But what I'm saying is...
Can I put this real quick?
Yes, go ahead.
I like what you just said. What if we just switch the conversation a little bit? What if it's like, okay, like right now, hands down, people still think LeBron is still the reigner. He reigns over top. He's the king. If Steph Curry beats him in this series, the further his resume to get a championship, can we say, okay, maybe Steph, and now it's Steph Curry's, he's the top now? Because we can't remove LeBron's legacy. He's always going to be a great. You know what I'm saying?
Always.
But we talking about right now because keep it real. This last decade, Steph Curry been the best player in this decade right here.
But there's one other element to that.
No.
I'm going with it. Come on.
The last decade.
This last decade.
He's going to last.
I can't.
No, we're not doing
I'm going with that.
I can't go there.
What I'm saying is
4 titles in 8 years.
Talk to me. Talk to me.
Four titles in the last 8 years.
Come on.
With Kevin Durant.
That is true.
That don't matter. That don't matter. You don't get no. You don't
It
get
matters. Come on.
That don't matter.
Can I ask a question?
So you get less diamond in your ring because you don't team? What are you talking about?
Let me ask a question because I'm interested in this. I would say these are the most evenly matched LeBron James, Steph Curry-led teams since 2016.
That's my point.
That's what I would say.
How? They got 10 people, 10 humans that won a championship
No, I'm saying evenly
last
matched.
year.
I'm saying in 2017 and 2018, the Warriors were substantially better than the Cavs. That's subjective, right?
They were.
They were subjectively. They were just a better team.
Better teams don't always win, but go ahead.
True, but they're a better team.
true.
In 2015, because Kevin Love and Kyrie Irving were hurt, I would also say it wasn't a fair. There's nothing fair in life. But if you want to talk objectively, LeBron James was mismatched. The Warriors were just better. 2015, no Kyrie, no Love. They're just better. 2016 was equal. You got all your dogs out there. Warriors might say, well, Draymond wasn't there in Game 5. I hear you. I'll hear that. But it went 7. It was fair.
That counts.
Now in 2023, this is the first time in a long time that I think these teams are equal.
Who's the third best player for the Warriors?
Who's the third best player?
Who's the third best player for the Warriors right now?
Draymond Green.
Draymond Green, Hall of Famer?
Yeah.
Who's the third best player for the Lakers?
D'Angelo Russell, Austin Reeves.
Austin Reeves. Well, hold on. Okay, but time
Stop, pause, hold on. Let me run that back.
But we can argue this too, though. They got 2 players in the
who's the
top
second?
75.
Who's the second best
The Lakers
player
got AD and they got LeBron. Where
Guys,
I'm not saying that matters though.
I'm saying they got.
If you had to go in order to pick what players would go first, right? It's a draft pick. Who's gonna pick them? Your one would be who?
You're on.
I'm gonna go for you.
LeBron, Steph, whatever you.
Okay, LeBron, then your Steph second. Who's third?
AD.
Who's fourth?
That's where it's a tall. I
Klay
go Wiggins.
Thompson, Draymond Green, Andrew Wiggins. The rest of the.
I don't know. I just feel like if you got 2 players in the top 75 of all time on one team, you should have the advantage.
The Warriors.
on.
All right.
I'm gonna skip the real though for sure.
I'm not going.
Maybe if you do coaching and all, I feel like the coaching part that matters.
Of course, that matters
But
too.
we just talking about players. We talking about players.
This is.
Come on.
This is like the first time some of the players for the Lakers are even playing in the postseason.
Very true.
I'm trembling with fear that we're doing this. How are we comparing? Like this Warriors team has more experience. They got 3 Hall of Famers. Steve Kerr has like 9 rings. Right, he's literally running out of fingers.
And they're the 6th seed.
Okay, they
So
had
all that.
and the Lakers were a playing team.
Hold on. But you talking about the Warriors? I think this is a great team. They are a good team, but they haven't been the same Warriors that we've seen in the last couple of years. Will you agree with that?
Yes.
Okay,
but
I'm saying you're taking all the stuff they did in the past, right, and you're putting it to this year.
Yeah, that matters.
I don't know. I'm a Warrior fan, so I love the Warriors. I know the plays. I know everything. I can see it coming. I see when they're about to go on these 20-5 runs. I see it. When I look at them now, it's like we always had a big spark off the bench, right? And now we get some defense from Gary Payton, but like Poole, we can't
Let
find
me get
Poole.
clarity, Joy. Let me get clarity. So you think the Lakers are significantly mismatched in this series? Like, I just want to make sure I'm
I truly don't understand how you could look at this series. By the way, I'm picking the Lakers to win. But
Okay. I'm picking the Warriors to win.
Right.
Okay.
But this is Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, Draymond Green, 7 other players that just went on a championship run last year. Steve Kerr, years of experience in the postseason on the bench. It's LeBron and AD. And they've played incredible. Like, the Lakers as a whole have played incredible. Darvin Ham's done an amazing job. But there's no comparison to the experience in this situation.
She's right with experience.
You're right.
And the depth of the roster.
I think you're saying a lot more names than you are game.
Right.
Because Klay Thompson, you uttering his name a lot. But, and I love Klay.
I'm a Klay fan.
And I don't love Klay like I love Steph, with all due respect. Shout out to Klay.
Clay's been MIA.
But, Klay has been, that's kind. To say what happened, remember Game 6, Klay? Game 6, Klay was a thing.
No Klay slander.
I feel you. I don't stay there.
I love
Stay there.
Klay.
I love me some Klay. But I'm just like, I put it like this, Joy. If LeBron and Steph did not play in this series and the Warriors played the Lakers, the Warriors without Steph and the Lakers without LeBron, I too think it would go 6 or 7. Like, I think these are evenly matched teams. And one of these superstars has to be the superstar.
Slick, if Looney gets hurt, right? If I don't want to say, if he gets in foul trouble, I don't ever say hurt. If he gets in foul trouble, who's coming in the game? Draymond Green, he'll probably play the 5.
Draymond Green's going to have to play. Draymond Green might play that anyway.
If Looney's in foul trouble, we are in trouble. You talk about his experience on that, but when we look at our depth, we are small.
Yep.
And the Lakers are big.
That's true.
When the Warriors are in trouble, we get beat in the paint. A lot of points in the paint, and then out rebound us. If Looney's out there, if he's not out there, we in trouble.
I watched
Alex Lynn.
Happy underdog Warriors.
I watched Alex Lynn give us some trouble. Not even trouble. He played well, and I thought he was so weak his whole career. He actually was making buckets. I was like,
Joy.
Alex Lynn?
I was unaware.
You say underdog.
They were dragging it, like
you say.
Hold on. I thought it was old enough to. This was a playing team. The Lakers were out of the postseason before the trade deadline.
It's about momentum.
You know what? It's good.
They're a whole different team.
I did not know that the
Warriors were one spot out of play-in, and were they not the you're talking about underdogs, and you're kind of smirking about that. Were they not the underdogs against the Sacramento Kings?
They were the underdogs. Good point.
Steph Curry above LeBron James.
I'm trying to do it
5 minutes ago, and now it would just be a miracle if they could win a game in this series. Is what it sounds like.
I'm picking the Warriors. And I want the Lakers.
I'm a Warriors fan. I'm picking the Warriors. Yeah.
Who you picking? Warriors. Yeah, so we all picking the Warriors. I want the Lakers.
I want the Warriors to win. I'm picking the Warriors.
Steph. I don't know who I want.
But the team, I don't think it's.
I feel you.
Subscribe here to get the latest from Speak, and go watch a few segments from our other shows on FS1.